holding for a while. I feel like the connection here has quietly been reaching a turning point. The cards are showing me a very clear moment of decision, and it is already in motion. Whatever has been sitting in the space between you two is starting to move. I feel like this person has been carrying something, and it has been heavy on their chest. They have been holding back, not because they do not care, but because the timing felt uncertain. The energy around them right now is shifting, and something close to them gave them a push. There is a friend energy here, this person who looked at them and said, just do it. I feel like that was the moment something cracked open inside of them. Because this person has been waiting for permission to finally let themselves feel this fully. The cards are showing me that the connection between you two is not surface level at all. There is a depth here, a real one, and this person has felt it for a long time. I feel like even in moments of silence, they were still thinking about you. The energy is very much two people who have been circling something important. Now that circle is getting tighter and the distance is slowly closing, the cards are also showing me that you on your end have been feeling this shift too. Something in you has been sensing that a change was coming, and the energy confirms it. I feel like there is a lot of emotional awareness between you two, even when words are absent. The connection feels rooted, it feels familiar, and it carries a certain kind of weight. Not a heavy weight, but the kind that tells you this actually means something real. Because the cards are very clear, this is not a casual energy, this is someone who is invested. The reason they are finally stepping forward is because something inside them decided it is time. I feel like the energy around this person has been very conflicted up until this point. On one hand, they have wanted to reach out. On the other, fear kept pulling them back. The cards are showing me that this person has rehearsed this moment more than once. They have thought about what they would say, how they would say it, and how you might respond. I feel like there has been a lot of internal back and forth, a lot of second guessing. The cards are also showing me that the energy of a friend was actually very significant here. This person in their life saw what was happening and they were not going to let it stay stuck. I feel like that conversation between them shifted something on a deeper level, because sometimes all it takes is one person in your corner to remind you that you are worth it. For this person, that reminder landed, and it landed hard. The energy is showing me that after that moment, something in them settled, something got clear. The hesitation that was there before started to dissolve, and a kind of quiet courage took over. I feel like this person looked at themselves honestly and made a decision that felt very final. The cards are confirming that what is coming from them is not impulsive, it is intentional. This is not someone acting on a whim. This is someone who has processed this and is ready to move. The energy between you two right now feels like a held breath right before something important is said. I feel like there is a tenderness to this, a vulnerability that this person has not shown before. The cards are showing me that they are not just coming to you with words, they are coming with their whole heart. That is significant because this person does not open up easily, and they know what this costs them. I feel like the fact that they are choosing to do this anyway says everything about how they feel. The energy here is also showing me that there is something about you specifically that makes them feel safe. Not comfortable in a passive way, but safe in the way that matters. The kind that makes honesty feel possible. The cards are also showing me that even before they could name what they were feeling, they were already drawn in. Something about your energy caught their attention early and it has never really let go. Let's continue and see what is on your side. Now let's look at your side of this energy, because what is coming through for you is just as layered as what is coming from them. I feel like you have been carrying a quiet hope, one that you have not fully allowed yourself to act on. The cards are showing me that emotionally, you are in a very aware place right now. You are not oblivious to what is happening. You have felt this energy shifting for a while. I feel like there is a part of you that already knows something is about to change between you two. The cards are showing me that you have your own walls up, and they are there for a reason. Not because you do not care, but because you have been careful, and that carefulness comes from experience. I feel like you have learned to protect your heart, and that lesson did not come easy. The energy around you is showing me someone who wants to believe, but is also watching closely. There is a hopefulness here, a genuine one, but it is sitting right next to a quiet caution because you have been down roads that looked promising before, and you know how that can go. The cards are showing me that you are not rushing into anything, and that is actually your strength right now. I feel like you are the kind of person who needs to feel it before you fully open the door. And the feeling has been there, it has been building, but you have been holding it steady. The energy is showing me that you have thought about this person more than you might admit. There are moments, quiet ones, where they cross your mind and the feeling is very specific. I feel like it is not just attraction, it is something that sits deeper, something that makes you curious. The cards are showing me a version of you that is open but also measured. And both of those things are valid. Because the heart is smart and yours has been paying attention, even when you were not fully aware of it. I feel like there's also a part of you that has been wondering, do they feel this too? That question has lived in the back of your mind, and it has been sitting there quietly. The cards are confirming that the answer is yes, but more on that as we go deeper. What I want you to understand right now is that your emotional awareness in this situation is your gift. The way you move through this with both openness and discernment is exactly what this connection needs. I feel like the energy around you right now is actually very calm, and that calm is powerful. It is not detachment, it is clarity. And clarity is what allows you to receive what is coming. The cards are showing me that you have done your own internal work, whether you call it that or not. You have sat with your feelings, you have questioned them, you have let them breathe. I feel like that process has brought you to a place where you are ready, even if readiness feels quiet. The energy here is also showing me that you carry a warmth, one that this person responds to deeply. There is something about the way you hold space, the way you listen, the way you show up. I feel like those qualities are not lost on this person. They have noticed and they have felt it. The cards are showing me that the emotional thread between you two runs through both of you equally. This is not one-sided, and it has not been for a while. I feel like the universe has been setting this up, and your emotional readiness is a big part of why it is moving. Now, because timing is not just about the other person, it is about both people being in the right place. The cards are showing me that you are in that place, and the energy is confirming it on every level. I feel like whatever comes through from this person, you will be able to meet it honestly. Because your heart, despite everything it has been through, is still open, still willing, still here. The cards are also showing me that there is a longing underneath your calm, a gentle but real one. Not the desperate kind, but the kind that knows something is worth wanting and holds on to that quietly. I feel like you have had moments where you imagined how this could look if everything aligned, and in those moments it felt good, it felt right, and that feeling did not just come from nowhere. The energy is also pointing to something specific, and that is the way this person makes you feel seen. Not in a surface level way, but in a way that catches you off guard sometimes, in the best way. I feel like there have been moments between you two where something was communicated without words. A look, a pause, a moment where everything else faded out, and it was just the two of you. The cards are showing me that those moments have stayed with you, even the small ones. The cards are confirming that everything you have felt in this connection has been real and reciprocated. Now, let's move forward and see what is coming through. Now let's go deeper and see what is underneath this, because I want to talk about this person and what has actually been driving them. The cards are showing me that their motives here are a lot more genuine than they may have let on. I feel like this person has been operating from a place of deep feeling for longer than you know. The energy around them is showing me someone who has been watching, processing, and quietly deciding. They are not the kind of person who moves fast when it matters. They move carefully and with intention. I feel like the reason they held back for so long was not indifference, it was actually the opposite. The more they felt, the more cautious they became, because this connection meant too much to risk. The cards are showing me that this person has a fear of being truly seen and not accepted. That fear is very specific. It is not general anxiety. It is rooted in past experiences that left a mark. I feel like somewhere along the way, this person opened up to someone and it did not go the way they hoped. That experience taught them to slow down, to watch more, to feel more before they say more. The energy here is showing me that with you, they have been doing exactly that. They have been watching how you move, how you handle things, how you treat people around you. I feel like every interaction you two have had has been a data point for them, and the results have been positive. The cards are showing me that this person actually admires you and not in a surface level way. There is a respect here, a deep one, and it sits right underneath everything they feel romantically. I feel like they see qualities in you that they have been looking for, and that realization was not small for them, because when you find what you have been looking for, the fear gets louder before it gets quieter. The cards are showing me that this person went through a period of talking themselves out of this. They told themselves it was too complicated, or the timing was off, or maybe they were reading into things. I feel like that internal argument went on for a while and they were losing it slowly but surely. The energy around them is showing me a person who kept coming back to the same conclusion. No matter how many reasons they found to pull back, the feeling kept returning clearer each time. I feel like that is when the friend stepped in and said what this person already knew but would not say. The cards are also showing me that this person's motives are very clean. There is no game playing here. They are not coming to you out of boredom or loneliness or because someone else did not work out. I feel like they are coming to you because you are who they actually want. And that is very different. The energy is showing me that their feelings have been consistent, not something that appeared overnight. The cards are showing me that this person has a specific vision of what things could look like with you. They have thought about it in detail more than once. And it is not just physical, it is deeply personal. I feel like they imagine conversations with you and quiet moments and the kind of comfort that is rare. The energy around their motives is sincere, it is grounded, and it is pointed directly at you. The cards are also showing me that there is a generosity in how this person loves. When they are in fully, and they do not do things halfway when it comes to the heart. I feel like part of what has made this so heavy to carry is knowing that about themselves, because they knew that if they let themselves go there with you, it would not be casual. The cards are confirming that their decision to finally speak is coming from a place of full awareness. They know what they are stepping into, they know what they are offering, and they have accepted that. I feel like the courage it has taken for this person to get to this point is real and significant. The energy here is layered, it is honest, and it is pointing toward a very intentional kind of love. The cards are also showing me that this person has a very specific memory of you, one that stayed with them, a moment, a conversation, something you said or did that made them stop and think, this is different. I feel like that moment became a reference point for them, something they kept returning to internally. The energy is also showing me that their motives carry a kind of tenderness, not just passion. They want to be there for you, not just with you, and that distinction matters a great deal to them. The cards are showing me that underneath all the hesitation, all the second guessing, all the silence was love. Not a finished love, but a growing one, a real one that has been searching for a way to reach you. Let's keep going and see what is here for you. Now let's move into the next layer because the cards are ready to show us what this person is actually about to do. This is where the energy gets very specific, and I want you to pay close attention to what is coming through. The cards are showing me that this person is moving, not thinking about moving, not planning to move, actually moving. I feel like the decision has been made, and the only thing left now is the execution. There is a momentum here that was not present before, and it is coming from a place of resolve. The energy around them right now is focused, it is directional, and it is pointed toward you. I feel like they have gotten past the internal debate, and what is left is a very clear sense of purpose. The cards are showing me that this person is going to initiate contact, and it is going to be deliberate. This is not going to be a casual message or a vague reach out. This is going to carry weight. I feel like they have thought about how they want to do this, and they want it to land the right way. There is an intentionality to their approach, a desire to be understood, not just heard. The cards are also showing me that this person is going to be vulnerable in a way that is new for them. They are going to lower the guard that they have kept up for a long time, and that is not a small thing. I feel like they have rehearsed versions of this in their head, and they have landed on honesty as the only option, because they know that anything less than the truth would not do justice to what they actually feel. The energy is showing me that when this person reaches out, there will be no hiding behind vague language. They are going to be clear, they are going to be real, and they are going to let you see them. I feel like part of what is driving this urgency is a fear of waiting too long and losing the window. The friend's words are still very present with them, and those words have created a sense of now or never. The cards are showing me that this person understands that silence has a cost and they are no longer willing to pay it. They have watched enough time pass already, and something in them has said, enough, it is time. I feel like the energy of this action is brave. It is a little terrifying for them, but they are doing it anyway. The cards are also showing me that they are going to reach out in a personal way, not through a group setting. This is going to be a direct one-on-one moment because they want your full attention and they want to give you theirs. I feel like the setting they are choosing, whether it is a message or in person, is going to feel intentional to you. You will be able to feel the weight of it, the care that went into it before they even finish speaking. The cards are showing me that what they say is going to surprise you, not because it is unexpected, but because of how deep it goes. There is a rawness to what is coming, an honesty that this person has been sitting on, and it is finally coming out. I feel like they are going to say things that answer questions you did not even know you had. The energy here is showing me that this person is also going to ask you something, not just confess. They want to know where you stand. They want to create space for you to respond. They are not just dropping words and leaving. I feel like that shows a maturity, a respect for you, and a genuine interest in what you feel. The cards are showing me that this is meant to be a real conversation, not a monologue, not a performance. They want connection, not just release, and the energy around that intention is very clear. I feel like the version of this person who shows up is going to be one you have not fully seen before. Stripped back, honest, open, and hoping that what they bring is received with the same care it is being offered. The energy around this action is powerful, it is healing, and it is long overdue. The cards are also showing me that this person has prepared themselves emotionally for any response. They are not coming to you with conditions, they are coming with openness, and that takes real strength. I feel like they have made peace with the uncertainty because staying silent felt worse than the risk. That shift in perspective is what finally moved them from thinking to doing, and it is significant. The energy is also showing me that their timing is closer than you might expect. This is not weeks away. Something in their energy feels imminent, feels charged, feels like it is right on the edge of happening. I feel like the next time you and this person are in each other's orbit, something is going to shift. Whether it is a message, a call, or a moment in person, the energy is very much watch this space. The cards are confirming that what is coming is real, it is ready, and it is already in motion. Now, let's go ahead and continue. Now let's keep moving and see what else is here. Because this part of the reading is where we go to the deepest layer. The cards are about to show us what this person has never said out loud, not to you, not to anyone. I feel like this is the part of them that lives behind everything else, the part they protect the most. The energy here is very still, very private, and it is asking to finally be seen. The cards are showing me that this person has feelings for you that go far beyond what they have expressed. What they are about to say is only a fraction of what actually lives inside them. I feel like the confession that is coming is the surface of something much deeper, because underneath the words they have been preparing is an entire world they have not let anyone into. The cards are showing me that this person is deeply attached to you in ways they have not fully admitted even to themselves. There is a specific energy here of someone who has imagined a life, a real one, with you in it. I feel like they have not just thought about being with you, they have thought about what building something with you would look like. The energy around that vision is warm, it is detailed, and it has been visited more than once. The cards are also showing me that this person carries a fear that they are too much or not enough, depending on the day. That internal tension is one of the hidden things, one of the confessions that may never make it into words. I feel like they wonder sometimes if you could ever see them the way they see you. Because the way they see you is very specific, very tender, and it is rooted in genuine admiration. The cards are showing me that one of their hidden desires is simply to be chosen by you, not just wanted, but chosen deliberately, fully, in the way that means something permanent. I feel like that desire has been sitting in them like a quiet ache, one they have learned to live around. The energy is also showing me that this person has wanted to protect you, even from a distance. There have been moments where something was happening in your life and they felt it even without being told. I feel like that kind of emotional attunement is one of the things they have never known how to bring up. Because how do you tell someone, I notice everything about you without it sounding like too much? The cards are showing me that this person holds a very specific kind of love, the kind that pays attention. They remember things you have said in passing, things you probably forgot you even mentioned. I feel like those details have become precious to them, small pieces of you they have quietly kept. The energy around their hidden confessions is showing me someone who has been in love, not just interested, not falling, not curious, not attracted in love, and sitting with it alone for a very long time. The cards are also showing me that this person has a deep desire to take care of you, not in a controlling way, but in the way of someone who wants to make your life feel easier, warmer, safer. I feel like they have thought about what it would mean to be your person, and the thought has never felt small. There is also a hidden confession around pride. They are proud of you in a way that is quiet and deep. The cards are showing me that watching you move through the world has genuinely moved them. I feel like there have been moments where they wanted to say, I see you, I am proud of you, you are incredible. But the words stayed inside because they did not yet have the right to say them out loud. The energy is also showing me a hidden fear that this window could close, that life could move forward, and they would miss it. That fear, more than anything else, is what has been pushing them toward this moment. I feel like the thought of you moving on or finding this elsewhere is something they genuinely cannot sit with. The cards are showing me that their hidden desires and their deepest fears are both pointing in the same direction. Toward you, toward honesty, toward finally letting themselves be fully known by someone who matters. The energy in this layer is raw, it is sacred, and it deserves to be received with care. The cards are also showing me that this person has a hidden confession around jealousy, a quiet one. The energy around this is showing me that those moments became moments of clarity for them. The cards are also showing me that this person has a specific wish, one that they have held privately. The energy here is showing me that part of their urgency now is a desire to stop grieving the waiting and start building something real. The cards are confirming that everything hidden in this person is finally ready to step into the light. Let's keep moving and see what else is here. Now let's go ahead and dive in because the cards want to close this out with something hopeful, something clear, and something you can hold on to. The near future energy here is one of the most positive I have seen in a long time. I feel like everything that has been building in this connection is about to find its release. The cards are showing me that within a very short window of time, this dynamic is going to shift. Not slowly, not gradually, but in the way of something that tips over a threshold and changes the landscape entirely. I feel like once this person speaks, once they actually say what they have been holding, things will move quickly because the energy that has been compressed between you two is ready to expand, and it has a lot of ground to cover. The cards are showing me a very strong energy of emotional union coming in for you. Not just connection, not just communication, but an actual merging of where you both stand. I feel like the conversation that is coming is going to open a door that neither of you will want to close again. The energy around the near future is showing me laughter, ease, a lightness that replaces all the tension because when honesty finally lands, relief comes with it, and relief feels like breathing again. The cards are also showing me that after this moment, there is a period of rapid closeness. Things that would normally take time are going to feel natural and fast because the foundation is already there. I feel like the emotional groundwork has been laid quietly over time, and now the structure gets to go up. The energy is showing me something that feels like finally not just for them, but for you too. Because you have been patient, you have been discerning, and the cards are saying that patience is about to be honored. Now I want to give you some advice because the cards have something specific for you going into this. The first thing is receive this with openness. Do not let old patterns make you shrink from something real. I feel like there may be a reflex in you to protect yourself, to stay measured even when something good arrives. The cards are asking you to let that reflex soften just enough to let this person in. Because what they are bringing is not a risk in the way you have experienced risk before. This is different. I feel like the cards also want you to communicate back honestly. Do not make them carry this alone. If you feel it too, say so, because this connection grows when both people are willing to be seen. The second piece of advice is to trust the timing of this, even if it feels like it took too long. The cards are showing me that everything happened in the order it needed to for both of you. I feel like had this come earlier, one or both of you would not have been ready to receive it fully. The readiness you both have now is the result of everything you each went through separately. The cards are also saying do not overthink what comes after the conversation, let it unfold naturally. I feel like the tendency will be to analyze every word, every pause, every response, and the cards say breathe because the energy between you two does not need to be managed. It needs to be allowed. The third piece of advice is simply this: you deserve this. I feel like that might be the most important thing the cards want you to hear today. You deserve someone who goes through the effort of working up the courage because you are worth that effort. You deserve someone who has thought about you in the quiet, who has been proud of you from a distance. The cards are showing me that this person sees your value and they have been honoring it even in their silence. I feel like the chapter that is beginning here is one of the more significant ones in your story. Not because it is dramatic, but because it is real, it is earned, and it is built on something genuine. The energy of this entire reading is one of love that is ready and love that is finding its voice. The cards are leaving you with this: what is meant for you will always find a way to reach you. And it is reaching you now with honesty, with courage, and with a heart that has been yours for a while. The cards are also showing me that this connection has a quality of safety to it, a mutual one. I feel like both of you are going to discover that being known by each other does not feel threatening. It feels like home. The energy around your near future is showing me shared moments that feel uncomplicated, warm, and chosen. The cards are showing me that walk is happening. It is already beginning, and the energy is beautiful. This is real. This person is real, and what is coming is worth being present for. The energy of this reading is closing on a note of genuine hope, the earned kind, the kind that holds take care, and I will see you in the next one, and something you can hold on to. The near future energy here is one of the most positive I have seen in a long time. I feel like everything that has been building in this connection is about to find its release. The cards are showing me that within a very short window of time, this dynamic is going to shift. Not slowly, not gradually, but in the way of something that tips over a threshold and changes the landscape entirely. I feel like once this person speaks, once they actually say what they have been holding, things will move quickly because the energy that has been compressed between you two is ready to expand, and it has a lot of ground to cover. The cards are showing me a very strong energy of emotional union coming in for you. Not just connection, not just communication, but an actual merging of where you both stand. I feel like the conversation that is coming is going to open a door that neither of you will want to close again. The energy around the near future is showing me laughter, ease, a lightness that replaces all the tension because when honesty finally lands, relief comes with it, and relief feels like breathing again. The cards are also showing me that after this moment, there is a period of rapid closeness. Things that would normally take time are going to feel natural and fast because the foundation is already there. I feel like the emotional groundwork has been laid quietly over time, and now the structure gets to go up. The energy is showing me something that feels like finally not just for them, but for you too. Because you have been patient, you have been discerning, and the cards are saying that patience is about to be honored. Now I want to give you some advice because the cards have something specific for you going into this. The first thing is receive this with openness. Do not let old patterns make you shrink from something real. I feel like there may be a reflex in you to protect yourself, to stay measured even when something good arrives. The cards are asking you to let that reflex soften just enough to let this person in. Because what they are bringing is not a risk in the way you have experienced risk before. This is different. I feel like the cards also want you to communicate back honestly. Do not make them carry this alone. If you feel it too, say so, because this connection grows when both people are willing to be seen. The second piece of advice is to trust the timing of this, even if it feels like it took too long. The cards are showing me that everything happened in the order it needed to for both of you. I feel like had this come earlier, one or both of you would not have been ready to receive it fully. The readiness you both have now is the result of everything you each went through separately. The cards are also saying do not overthink what comes after the conversation, let it unfold.